This is KGW News at Sunrise.
The name of this exhibit is This Loss We Carry, and that's because we as a nation carry this loss.
Ahead, the traveling display showing the magnitude of gun violence in the U.S.
Also this half hour, we're sharing this local small business success story about a Vancouver woman who created these paw protectors for your pets to help them deal with the hot weather like we'll see today. We're going to let you know about the deal she struck to place her product on as many pets as possible. Plus,
I'm so excited because I feel like after this, the sport has been growing, but I hope that it continues to get the recognition and the exposure it deserves.
Track and field athletes will converge in Eugene this weekend. Hear from a few of those competing coming up this morning.
Good morning to you on a Monday. The whole team is back. Yeah. Brenda is back from vacation. Happy to have you.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to share a few pictures. We were in Oregon's Outback, kind of south central.
I never heard of that.
I've never heard it called that either.
Oh, they're huge signs.
Central Oregon.
You've not been out of Bend.
Okay.
Because they're all over. So beautiful.
The
high
Outback.
desert.
Have you heard of Oregon's Outback?
Yeah.
I have not.
I never
wear flip-flops to work either. Brenda Braxton's still on vacation.
I know I am. I'm like, business on the top, party on the bottom.
Weekend on the bottom.
I'm not as.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
have my
like, why am I looking down on her today? Oh, that's why.
She usually has shoes to kill. But anyway, let's get you going with what's going to be 2 days of hot weather. Here's the Wells Fargo building. Everybody's going to be cleared today, including the coast. Number out the door is 63 degrees, and here we go. 80s at noon. I have us getting all the way to about 95. And by the way, we're starting to shrink daylight hours. 5:32 sun up. Today's the first day that the sun goes down before 9 o'clock. Sunset 8:59, guys.
All right, more from Rod coming up here in about 8 minutes. But right now, we want to get to a couple of this morning's local headlines. We start with this. Portland police say a cyclist was killed in a crash with a car. This happened just after 10 o'clock last night in North Portland. Officers say the driver did stay on the scene, but we don't know yet if they'll face any charges. We also don't know the name of the cyclist yet. Portland police are also investigating a deadly shooting that happened last night in Northeast Portland. Around 8:30 last night, officers responded to a call near the intersection of Northeast 12th and Prescott Street and found one man dead. They say another person involved in the shooting stayed on the scene and is cooperating with this investigation. We don't have any details yet on what led up to the shooting, but anyone with information is asked to contact Portland Police. And those are a few of this morning's local headlines.
Right now, Portland is outpacing the record number of shootings it had last year. And it's not just an issue here, of course. We are seeing a surge in gun violence nationwide. Now, a powerful art exhibit based here in the Rose City is illustrating the impact of that violence. Tim Gordon has more on the Soul Box project.
You can see them through the windows of the historic Overland building in Old Town. Inside, there are thousands more. Traditional origami boxes made by people from all over the United States.
This exhibit that's here in this building is 40,000, which is the number of people killed or injured in the U.S. so far this year.
For artist Leslie Lee, this is about showing the magnitude of the human toll guns take.
This is a project that I started in 2017 after the Las Vegas shooting.
Lee started with a website calling on people to make the boxes for those killed or injured, named and unnamed. It worked.
They wanted to do something, and so they responded, and I started getting in these soul boxes.
The project gathered 200,000 boxes representing 3 years of injuries and deaths. This display covers the damage done by guns so far in 2022. Each box honoring a life, many with names like Jaylin Zavala, age 4. Others with a message like care or lock up the guns.
The name of this exhibit is This Loss We Carry, and that's because we as a nation carry this loss. This little group right here represents the number of people who've been killed or injured in Oregon so far this year.
He made me a song called You and Me before he passed away. So that's like our little saying.
This young woman is carrying the loss of her husband, Keon. He was 19 when gun violence in Portland took him last December.
Everything is like, to everyone else, it's like 7 months, but to me, it's like yesterday. So don't really know how to make sense of it all yet. Yeah.
Making soul boxes is a way to process the pain.
It says, "I love you, Keon," from Eli. I chose those words because I love him so much, and I feel like it should just be a loving memory for me and him and everybody who knows my cousin Keon.
The Soul Box Project, offering time for people to create and build meaning, one box at a time.
And I'm super glad that it made you feel better to do it. That's what we were hoping would happen.
Beyond that, the boxes, too many to all come out of the bags, are a way for us to really get it. Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Over the past few months, we've been telling you how fentanyl overdoses are higher than ever. Well, now the Oregon Health Authority is encouraging people to learn how to use naloxone or Narcan. That's the drug that you inject that instantly reverses the effects and brings that person back. Between 2019 and 2021, overdose deaths jumped 600%. We talked to a doctor who believes adding access to Narcan can help prevent those overdose rates from increasing even higher.
We are seeing some trends, that are quite disturbing in terms of many folks who suffer fatal overdoses don't have usage of Narcan or naloxone. The widespread nature of this and how fentanyl's really permeated our communities, the need for naloxone is overwhelming.
OHA has this map that specifically lists the Oregon pharmacies distributing Narcan. For more information, go to the OHA website. Another new campaign from the state is called Rethink the Drink, and it raises awareness about the risks of excessive drinking and ways to reduce it. It's a problem that affects more than 1 in 5 adults in Oregon. The campaign includes TV, radio, and digital ads and social media pages with ways for local organizations to get involved.
Back into the summer groove.
Really became the movement disguised as a party that we really hoped it would be.
That man right there, Willie Levinson, the organizer of the Big Float, which played out along the Willamette River yesterday for the 10th and final time.
Yeah, Willie says this event is a celebration of the Willamette. This year's Big Float was the first since 2019. Had to take that 2-year hiatus because of COVID. As the Willamette's water quality has improved over the years, Willie has pushed people to connect with the river by creating more public spaces and beaches and access points.
There's every reason to feel hopeful about the river. They're more likely to fight for it. They're more likely to protect it.
The Willamette River is actually owned by the citizens of Oregon, so you technically don't need permission to take a dip. Willie says just be safe, wear a life jacket, and respect the river at all times.
All right, before we get to Rodney Hill and today's hot forecast, we have Eric Patterson, our sunrise photographer, on his bicycle this morning. He's crossing that bridge over there on Northwest Flanders. Is that the Blumenauer Bridge that we talked about?
No, this is the Ned Flanders Bridge.
Oh, that makes more sense since it's on Flanders. Thank you, Nina.
Named after the Simpsons character.
The one I-80 over I-84.
Yeah, which hasn't opened quite yet.
Up my mess there, Brenda. Bottom line is this. I love this shot. Eric does this a few times a year, normally during the summer months. Gets on his bike, attaches the camera to his body, and starts pedaling. So we expect Eric to cover a lot of ground throughout the Portland area this morning. But again, this start is in Northwest Portland, and we'll see where Eric goes from here.
This is the time to be outside if you have to, when it's still cool.
On the other hand, if you play golf this afternoon, that ball's going to fly. Going to fly, Brenda Braxton.
Dry and hot.
Here's a look at some of the hotter temperatures that we're tracking. Again, this is generally a 2-day event, today and tomorrow. And even folks in Eastern Oregon that will see the hottest weather tomorrow, cooler weather will return Wednesday. So again, Wednesday, the peak of the heat will be over across the entire region. So this graphic shows you today, tomorrow, Wednesday. So today and tomorrow, the Dows, you'll be right around 100, and then 89 on Wednesday. Hermiston could bounce from 96 today to 103 tomorrow, then down to 94. Burns 92 up to 101 tomorrow, then 96. And Baker City 88 today and possibly 100 tomorrow, heavy at 99, then back down to 90 on Wednesday. So those are kind of the hottest spots across our state that we can find. Everybody will get sunshine today, including the coast. And today is the 1 day guaranteed, I think, to see at least a whole fistful of 80-degree temperatures at the beach. Winds turn more variable and possibly to the west tomorrow, which could cool you folks off a bit. Portland's at 63 right now. As Brenda mentioned, beautiful time to be outside at this moment. We have 50s at the coast, 61 in Salem, 54 over in Bend, 44 in Burns. So the Outback is south of Bend, is that right? Where's the Outback?
It's about 90 minutes out of Bend, and you're at South Central. That's
down in here.
Yeah.
That's the Outback.
It's so gorgeous.
All right.
Looks like the down low.
Yeah, the down low. We have 80s in Astoria, Pacific City, Newport, Uquinta Bay perhaps is 75 today due to more of a westerly wind flow. And then out in the Gorge, Hood River 95. The Dows, this weather map, some of them go 98, 99 in the Dows, others go 100 and 101. This particular mile goes 101. So again, that's hot, obviously. And then here we go with the valley numbers. Salem 98. I do believe there will be upper 90s in some locations of the valley. And considering it was only low 80s over the weekend, this is a rapid, giant boost in temperature. 94 in Battleground, 95 in Vancouver. 7-day has us back down to 82 Wednesday, and then we stay comfortable the rest of the week. There is, I should say, a few signs of a shower chance on Sunday, but right now I think odds still favor that staying dry and 78, and that's your forecast.
All right, Rod talking hot today, still hot tomorrow. So we have to be mindful the next couple of days about the heat, not only for ourselves, but also for our pets. Coming up next on Sunrise, we're going to share the story of a local woman who learned a hard lesson when it came to protecting her pet's paws during heat like we're going to see the next couple of days. She came up with a solution. It's a great solution for other pet owners as well. Again, that story coming up on Sunrise.
Also, want to tell you about the KGW school supply drive. It begins in August. But right now is the time to get on board and help us out. You can sign up your business or organization to be a school supply drive collection site. Just go to kgw.com/school and we will send you an official collection kit. Last year, we helped send more than 15,000 local students back to school with the supplies they needed. And this year, with your help, we can set up even more kids for success in the classroom.